love, like a beacon in the night, love, yeah. Oh, love, and let me follow in your light, love. In between the heartaches, hard times and despair, oh, I needed someone there.
Just like me, just like me.
I needed someone there. So glow love, like a beacon in the night, love.
2 years ago in 2012, a crack duo, one martial arts expert and surprisingly good mimic, the other a weapons specialist and professionally bearded, were sent to separate recording stations thousands of miles apart to do an 80s and 90s action commentary podcast for a crime they happily committed. Something James Spader told them about that involved an industrial drum of coconut butter hand lotion and a common household whisk. These men promptly created a passion-filled wave of action adoration that swept throughout the internet underground. Today, still wanted by Steven Seagal for making one too many jokes about his expanding gut and knitted hair, they survive as podcasters of fortune. If you love action, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you should be listening to Dr. Action and the Kick-Ass Kid commentaries. This podcast, people, explodes.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Action, the Kick-Ass Kid commentary podcast. I am Dr. Action.
And I am the Kick-Ass von Kidenstein. Hello, hi, I'm the Kick-Ass Kid. How are you doing? And with us this evening is my German cousin, Kick-Ass von Kickenstein. Yes, that is me.
How are you? Is everything all right here in New York City?
Yeah, everything is lovely. I have been down to a teapot museum and I have been polishing my teapots. He's funny. He likes pottery and stuff like that.
He's a strange man.
Yeah, I saw a teapot in the shape of a giant dong. You put the bags in the bowls and you pour the liquid out the tip. I'm sorry.
That's how we do it in Hamburg.
I don't know what's going on with him. He's very weird. But yes, sir. So how have you been since last we spoke?
I've been all right.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. And what does your week in action look like?
It looks a bit like...
A giant dong! Shut up. Look, go away.
I watched it. I watched the start of The Mechanic with Charles Bronson.
Ah, yeah, Charles Bronson. Hello.
How you doing there, Charles Bronson?
Hey, Charles Bronson, I got a slight lisp.
It's like this. You cooking stuffed cabbage, that's my favorite. What else?
That's my favourite scene in Death Wish 3.
Yeah.
I just go and slip into something more comfortable.
I'll be back up in a minute in my tuxedo.
I'll be back with a bow tie and...
I might just come home with nothing on but a ribbon around my penis. How about that?
All right, cool. Yeah, The Mechanic, yeah.
And Bounty Killer. I watched Bounty Killer.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, the one that I got from the guy, yeah. What was that? What was that like?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got it. I haven't watched it yet, I have to say. I've been knee deep, well, balls deep, rather, in blaxploitation movies. Yeah, it's I have been having some times, my friend. I really have. It's yeah, I feel like after watching the movies, you just want to go around and like talk like they do in the films.
You're going out after this, aren't you? You're going out after recorded. As
a middle class white guy from England, I really can't go around and talk.
yeah. Don't go. Somebody says something to you tonight. They go, Don't you be talking no jive at me.
Well, no, just stuff like, you're pretty smart for a Caucasian. Stuff like that. He says that a lot. There's a great bit in the original Shaft where he's like the white police guy who I really like. He leans down and holds a black pen up and he goes, "Hey, you don't look so black." And Shaft holds up like a white teacup and he's like, "Yeah, and you ain't so white either."
Yeah, tonight, if somebody says something about the government or something, just go, "Well, that's Whitey keeping us down."
I don't have no truck with the man. Yeah, no, I wish I could talk like that. But I feel like people would find it offensive. I don't mean it offensively. I mean it as a highest honor. If they say that imitation is a form of flattery, I mean it honestly as a kind of, fuck, I wish I was that cool. But sadly, we will never be that cool. But no, I would have to say, I mean, I have only watched, the only movie I've watched this week that hasn't been for one of the shows that we're doing on Original Gangstas Month has been Fireback with Richard Harrison, which is a very low-budget Philippine movie about a guy avenging trying to find his wife and then avenging the death of his wife. But it's completely incomprehensible and dubbed and weird and low-budget and crazy.
Sounds awesome.
What about you, sir? You didn't finish your week?
That was more or less it. I watched Riddick again.
Oh, yeah? Was that any good?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Good.
I liked it. And I watched You're Next.
Oh, it's good, isn't it, man?
It's very good.
It's kind of got a bit of action in there, right? Shawnee Vincent kind of starts to kick a little ass.
She kicks ass. She does kick ass. She should be. She should definitely be up for a little bit of a role in. She'd be good in like a Haywire role.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think the best thing about Your Next was that it successfully blended genres. Because it's not like strictly horror. I mean, there is some horrific stuff in it, but it's not. There's not a lot of jump scares or anything.
No, it mixes like a slasher with action, with a bit of comedy.
But it doesn't do it, and although it knows it's doing it, and they definitely wrote it to be like that, it does it in a cool way rather than like oh, look what we're doing type way. You know what I mean? It doesn't do it in a Scream way or in a like Paranormal Activity type way. It does it in a very cool, of the day way. Genuine way, right? Like a surprising way.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I mean, they didn't, what they said in the extras, I think they were saying, like, we wrote it to be funny, but there are no jokes in it. Like, it's not...
No, it's not laugh out loud funny.
No.
It's like smirky sort of funny where you're like...
Well, it's situation-based, isn't it? Because you've got this ludicrous situation where, like, people are being killed all around, and some characters are being quite nonchalant about it, and that's what makes it funny. It's sort of observational and situational rather than a parody or anything like that.
Yeah, and good acting as well.
Oh, superb acting. And they had to actually age Barbara because when they met up with her, they were like, oh, we couldn't believe how good she looked. And we're like, how could she play the mum?
I was watching it thinking, is that Barbara Crampton?
Yeah, because
it doesn't look like her that much because the woman must have put so much fucking makeup on her.
Yeah. No, the one of the actors, I think the person who's meant to be her oldest son is like in his 30s or something. I think Barbara was like, well, if I'd had him when I was 19, it would have just about squeezed past or something. I could just about cope with being his mum. So yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic. I thought it had a lot of good stuff in it. I liked it. There was a little bit of sort of kind of sick, grindhousey kind of stuff to it as well, which I like the whole sex scene bit, which is or where she tries to get him to have sex. That whole scene.
Oh yeah.
That's a bit kind of like, oh, that's a grindhouse idea, but in a good way. You know, that's kind of like I like that. But no, this week, Fireback, and I've just come off a marathon of watching all three Shafts, and I have to say, if you either only own one of the Shafts, or if you haven't seen the Shafts, or if you want to own all three of them, there isn't a bad movie amongst them. And they're all available for $7.99 currently on Amazon, all three of them as a triple feature box set. I would strongly, strongly suggest purchasing that, anyone in America, because it is well worth it. Shaft is cool. I mean, the first one has the most kind of 40s film noir gumshoe type speak and setup, and is certainly the most stylish. But the second one ends with 15 minutes of some of the best action you've seen of that era. And Shaft in Africa is, while it's never completely action-packed, and while the plot is driving enough, do you know what I mean? Like, enough stuff's going on that it's an enjoyable watch. I dig it. And Roundtree is just the man in every single movie.
Have you got the TV series as well?
I don't know. Have they released that?
That's out, yeah, that's on DVD.
Oh, it is? I didn't even know that. Let me have a look. It fucking is, look, from the Warner Archives.
Yeah, see?
Nice.
I know my shit.
Yes, you do, sir. Yes, you do. It's a bit pricey. Yeah, it's 7 more adventures.
Excellent.
Over 4 discs, 518 minutes. I got to get me some of them then.
Get that.
I got to get me Shaft, the TV movie collection, and I've also got to watch the 2000 movie. He also shows up, I was looking up, in Undercover Brother as Shaft as well.
Did he play Shaft in that as well?
Yep.
Jesus.
So lots to enjoy. Also, you can pick up the movie we're doing this week, which is, Doc?
The Big Score.
Yep, with Fred Williamson. You can pick that up on Amazon as well for under $10. In fact, if you go secondhand, you can pick it up for like $3. Or it's on YouTube, but the quality on YouTube is not great.
No, that's where we're watching it from, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I'm watching. I mean, I've actually downloaded it from YouTube and I'm watching it on my desktop. But yeah, basically exactly the same thing.
It's a damn good film. Now, we were struggling to pick a film for this week.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, you almost got 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
It'd be shit. No, I had a great time today watching all these movies, and so ultimately, though, what I found out, and I said this to you earlier, is that blaxploitation, that term, I have now decided that's just the era, because it doesn't describe any of the movies that of the key players. It doesn't include the Slaughter movies, doesn't include Shaft, doesn't include the Fred Williamson movies, because they are all whatever the genre of film they are. They're either an action film, or they're a western, or they're a detective film, or whatever, and they have all the genre trappings of those genres. They don't have like any of their own. Like blaxploitation doesn't have any sort of genre trappings.
No, blaxploitation just basically tells you that it's predominantly a black cast. That's it.
Right, and that's just the era, and that's just like some big thing that they're gonna make some big thing out of that because it's just the era.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have been an issue ever. Like
no, because you say, oh, it's a blaxploitation film. Oh, what happens in it? Oh, they go around into an old western town on horses. So it's a western then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what happens in it? A detective has to figure out who's kidnapped a mob boss's daughter. That's a detective. That's that. Like, if it was Robert Mitchum, you wouldn't suddenly be like,
that's a white exploitation film,
exactly.
isn't it?
Yeah. So it's very cool. I've had a great time going into it. And we'd also like to thank the people who have gone ahead and liked us on Facebook. We're now 201 likes, sir.
It's very good, isn't it?
I loved it. Yeah. I thought it was very good.
Don't you think it's been sort of going up since this whole original Gangsters month? We seem to be getting a lot. I've seemed to have got a lot more followers on Twitter.
I hope so. I would like to think it's that. You know, I've been a little bothered by the fact that they haven't been raising more money. But if people are following us because we're doing these shows, then well, thanks ever so much. That's great.
Yeah. Might be something to do with the fact that the poster that the original Gangsters are using has our name on it.
It does have our name on it. It does. Luckily, our wonderful new friend over at the original Gangsters headquarters, Jason Roth, has been using the original Gangsters 2 poster, which is merely the original Gangsters 1 poster. I found a font that looked something like it, did a number 2 on it, and then didn't wait a minute. I didn't take a shit on it. I wrote the number 2 on it. I wanted to clarify that. And then I put Dr. Ash the Kick-Ass Kid up the top so that no other blog could steal it, because I was putting it on our blog. And then Jason Roth has taken it and used it as the graphic of original Gangsters 2. Which,
I tell you what, they want to use that as a DVD cover.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
No, I mean, if he wants to use us in any capacity, we're here to be used. Because Fred... Oh, the other thing we should mention, Fred is holding kung fu and martial arts tournaments in New Jersey to pick some martial artists for the movie. So if you're in this area, you study any official martial arts, and you want to go down and train and perform for Fred Williamson, go to Bargain Basement Productions Facebook page or the Original Gangsters 2 Facebook page, and or Original Gangsters 2 on Twitter at Original Gangsters 2 or whatever that is. Look it up, find it, and go to New Jersey and do some stuff. I was going to go down there and fake my way through something.
Wouldn't it have been great if I was in New York now?
Yeah.
And we could have gone down and auditioned. I don't know kung fu.
No, we could have gone down and just kind of waved our hands around and gone, ha! Hee-da! done stuff from the Karate Kid, the crane and the wax on and wax off, and yeah, I can lift my knee up. I'm capable of doing that.
Look at me, Fred.
I can lift my knee up. But yeah, no, so if you're there, and also let us remind you to go to originalgangsters2.com. That's Gangstas spelled A-S at the end, not E-R-S. And it's the numerical 2. So go there and give money.
Give money.
And I hate to say it, but if you've already given money to the Kickstarter campaign, that is being closed down and changed to an Indiegogo campaign. So none of your money will be taken from Kickstarter at all. So if you have already donated on Kickstarter, I apologize, but you are going to have to go and donate again. It's just that Kickstarter, first of all, weren't doing anything to promote it. Secondly, Kickstarter was running out. And they have some media opportunities and some casting opportunities coming up in the next couple of months, and they wanted to run it longer, and Kickstarter wouldn't let them. Indiegogo, on the other hand, are going to let them do both, so it's going to be running for, I think, another 60 days over at Indiegogo, and they're going to be promoting it a lot. And the guy who runs Indiegogo has been speaking to Jason specifically. So, please, 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 if you gave any money, it won't be taken from you at all, so you're not out of pocket. Just go to Indiegogo and just sign up for whatever it was that you were signed up for before.
Or a bit more.
Or a bit more. Yeah, of course. If you can spare more, give more, because that's what it's all about, people. And they may have got off to a full start, but we're going to steamroller ahead, and, we will have to... Obviously, everything we've been saying up until now still goes. So everything we've been saying about the film and about what we want to happen still goes. Look at the last 2 weeks as a rehearsal, and now we're going for the main game now. You've done your training, and now we're off to the races.
We're into it now. Indiegogo, go there, give some money to Original Gangsters 2.
And also petition us to be in it.
Definitely. Give a bit more, and that'll get plane tickets for us to get there and be in it.
Yeah.
We're on speaking terms now with Fred, and I think he said that he'd like us to play the two police detectives who comes and...
Or we could be Robert Forster's, goons.
Oh, that'd be good. How you doing? Yeah, if I could do a New York accent...
We don't have to be a New York accent. You just.
I'll just do Charles Bronson.
Just talk normally.
I'm just going to do Charles Bronson.
And I'll do Seagal.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred. I'm going to be Fred, Robert Forster's lackey. I'm going to stand by him, but really, I'm better than him. Really, I'm bigger than him. I'm better than him.
If you get any stuck cabbage.
So anyway, Original Gangsters 2, Original Gangsters 2, Original Gangsters 2. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Original Gangsters, AS, not ERS, numerical2.com. That's going to remain the website, so go there as often as you like and give money. Pledge.
Yeah, keep going back and seeing how it's doing. Support Jason Roth. Hopefully, he might be on next week.
No, Jason is definitely coming on to Dr. Action, the Kick-Ass Kid next week, which will be the last week in January when we cover the original Gangsters.
Woohoo!
So we will be doing the action movie that began this whole thing, which stars Fred Williamson, Pam Grier, Jim Brown, Richard Roundtree, Ron O'Neill, Robert Forster, Fred Pesci, Wings Hauser, Charles Napier is in it.
Oh, you gotta love the Charles Napier.
Paul Winfield.
Yeah, Paul Winfield's in it as well.
Paul Winfield, that's what I forgot. Yeah. Paul Winfield's in it.
Godfrey.
Yeah.
Timothy Lewis, Linda Bright, Kevin Watson, Nick Edinetti, Kimberly Shufford.
I don't know that we know any of these people.
We don't. I'm just saying. I'm just Raymond Taylor, the First Baptist Choir, Church Choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bushwick Bill.
Nice. Okay. Tonight's film, The Big Score, stars Fred Williamson, John Saxon, Richard Roundtree, Ed Lauter, Bruce Glover, Mr. Wint, and Joe Spinell and Frank Pesci.
It's a damn good cast.
And Stack Pierce shows up towards the end.
Yes. Greg Noonan, Philip East, Jennifer Hunt.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Okay.
A narcotics detective lets nothing stand in his way of bringing down a major drug dealer.
Now this is a real shocker of a film. You look at the DVD cover and you know it's Fred Williamson, so you know it's going to be good. You don't realise how good it is.
How good?
How much of an action film it is.
It is an action film, and we should probably get started on it. So whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I've just got to get it up on.
Oh, it's also got Nancy Wilson in it, well-renowned vocal singer, and as opposed to anal singer, or a singer sewing machine. She's a well-renowned singer and cabaret act, and all-round wonderful person, Nancy Wilson, and she'll be lending some musical talents to this movie.
She will.
Quite specifically, a song which is all about Fred's character, basically.
Yeah. Right, I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to do Fred Williamson, The Big Score. Do you want to know the really big news this week?
What's that?
The big news that is more exciting than any other news in Dr. Action history. Cadbury's Cream Eggs are back! Oh,
Yay.
yeah! Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Yeah, sorry.
My good lady wife's looked on the about what you can take over. What we can take over on the plane to America.
Yeah.
And we can bring you a whole box of Cadbury's cream eggs.
Don't be ridiculous. That's going to be awesome. I meet my first Cadbury's cream egg of 2014 on the show. Not my first Cadbury's cream egg of 2014, but...
Excellent. Right, I'm on 6 seconds because it's come up now.
So you're on the building.
Yeah.
And it says Almy Productions Presents.
That's what I'm on.
And you can see the tree in the bottom right-hand corner.
That's it, yeah.
Right, great, okay, well, I'm ready when you are, so ready when you are.
Okay, let's get on with the show. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go, Almy Productions Presents. And this is a fucking awesome opening because it's one of Fred's patented big car openings, which is where you just have him in an enormous car with lots of amazing music. And do you know who did the soundtrack to this?
Was it Guns N' Roses?
No, it was, thank fuck, it was Jay Chataway who would do the score for Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3. Oh no, he doesn't do 3, does he? Just does 1 and 2.
No. And this is a stylish looking film. John Saxon.
It's a Roger Ebert gave this a great review when it came out.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He preferred this to 3 the Hard Way. Now, he's wrong about 3 the Hard Way. 3 the Hard Way is amazing. But he's right about this movie.
This is a damn good movie. I was so shocked. I was expecting to really enjoy it, but not as much as I did.
Right.
Especially when he comes along in this big pimp car.
It's amazing, isn't it? He's driving a big... What is that? Is that a... That's one of those big, massive, gas-guzzling American cars, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it does about half a mile to a gallon.
Yeah, he's had to fill it up 3 times while the credits have been rolling. Here we go, we're kicking into the soundtrack now. Listen to that. Look at that car, man. That is a fucking boat. You could get on that and fucking float over to England.
Do you think he was actually driving?
Of course he is. He does everything on his movies. He was probably driving while also making sandwiches for the catering.
Yeah.
At
Keep
the
the
same
camera
time.
on me.
And smoking a cigar.
Directs it as well.
He does. But listen to this theme, man. It's like... It's got throwbacks to the 70s while still being pleasingly 80s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got some proper cheese to it, but in a really nice way. In a way where you're like, fuck yeah, Fred driving around in the boat of a car with fucking this playing. Boo, 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 doo, boo, doo.
I don't even know how you manoeuvre a car that big.
Well, Fred doesn't. People just get out of Fred's way, I would imagine.
I would.
I would imagine that he doesn't suffer fools gladly. Here she is, the tart with a heart, but the tart no less, the one that's leaning up against the wall. I didn't notice before when I watched it earlier that she was leaning up against the wall. Of course, this time I know what's coming, so... But it's a soft top as well. It's a soft top as well. And it's got big red interior. Fuck me, that's amazing. That's got to be Fred's real car, isn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
And look at the man here as he steps out. Look at the hat and the white suit and the tie and everything. He looks put together, man. When he edited that so it came up with directed by Fred Williamson, he's got to have given himself a sly smile.
Oh, yeah.
First best line in the movie?
I don't think they got a needle big enough to kill the shit you got, baby.
I don't think they got a needle big enough to kill the shit you got, baby. I love that line. Apparently, Chris Armstrong, or Snoog, what's up, Snoog? Over at Wafoo FM, he's going to go out onto the mean streets of Newcastle or wherever he is and say that to hookers all night. And what's really funny is she didn't look like a hooker. She looked like a quite well-to-do...
I thought she was like just sort of... She worked in a shop and she was just standing outside.
Having a cigarette break or trying to flag customers down to get them in. Here he is, Fred Pesci, or Pesky, as I think Lustig calls him.
Yeah, that's the kind of sugar I like.
He's like, it's weird. Why would you put it in a plastic bag in a bowl? If you had the bowl, why don't you just put the sugar in there? Frank's like, it's not sugar, mate. It's drugs. Oh yeah, it's drugs.
Imagine if he hadn't sat at that table.
Look at Roundtree there. Do you suppose Fred told him how to stand? Look at that stance. Anyway, sorry, carry on. What were you saying?
No, I think Richard Roundtree just knows how to stand. I think they're just all cool in this film.
Yeah, I think Roundtree probably naturally has to stand like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a line in Shaft 3 about the size of... Because there's this randy woman in Shaft 3, or Shaft in Africa, who looks at the world completely sexually, and she just has to have a taste of John Shaft, and she has this long spiel about the size of his penis.
Nobody ever says that about me.
No, I love this guy, right? This gangster has two sidekicks. He has Huge and Slim. I love Fred's look as well when Huge gets out of the car. He has a really funny look.
Go, Slim.
See? Go, Slim. So his driver is Slim and his henchman is Huge. Why don't we have henchmen? I want henchmen called Huge and Slim, but I want to confuse them and call the really huge one Slim and the really slim one Huge.
Yeah. Why do you call him that at time, look? He's got... Fred Williamson's got two henchmen. One's called Comb Over, the other one's called Shaft.
Yeah, Comb Over and Shaft. The most famous comb over in B-movie history, Dr. John Saxon. He's a doctor of pleated pants from the University of fucking cool in the 70s. That's a real university. It's an online thing, but he's still a recognised diploma.
He kicks the shit out of him, the old Fred Williamson.
Well, it's because his tash is so much better than the other guy's tash. That's what it is. In a war of tashes, Fred wins.
Oh yeah. I mean,
look at that move! Yeah, I think he punched him and kicked him at the same time with that move.
Yeah.
He's just wailing on him. I love the way Huge tries to get back up. Fred's just like, no, you don't. Throws him over into the garbage.
I wouldn't recommend getting back up if he just keeps the shit out of him.
I wouldn't recommend it at all. Fred is giving good tash in this movie.
Yeah.
It's in its prime at this point.
Well, see, Fred Williamson's the main man on set. He said, do you think he went up to Richard Roundtree and says, you know, yeah, you can have your tash, but it's not going to be better than mine.
Yeah, just trim it back a bit, Freddie. Trim it back a bit, Rich, he said.
You got your brains in your ass. That's for you. You're wasting your time, pig.
What I liked about this movie more than anything was the fact that it, like, Roger Ebert described it as slick, and you said, like, it flows really well. But the editing is good, the dialogue is good. Like, there's none of that rough around the edges you sometimes get with B movies. And look, you totally accept from B movies. I'm not knocking them because sometimes they have that. I'm just saying, when you go into watching movies that are made on a smaller budget, you expect certain things, and you don't get them with this movie. What you get is a slick, well-produced, well-edited, pacey, funny, well-written, action-packed cop film.
I don't think Fred Williamson ever makes a film as a B movie. It's kind of like he goes into it thinking, to him, every film is like got to be the best it can be.
Oh yeah, no, of course, I appreciate it.
If you know what I mean. Whereas some B movie directors go, well, it's just a B movie.
Right. Oh no, Fred is trying to make a blockbuster every time out the gate. Yeah.
Now, do you think he's playing the same character that he would play 2 years later in Death Wish 3?
What, Lautner? Or Lauder, or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Lauter? Yeah, probably. Ed Lauter probably went from this Chicago precinct to the one in London, New York. Saxon is literally the only man in history that's able to get away with a comb-over. He really is the only man in history.
And it's a good comb-over.
It's an impressive one. Unlike this...
The wind don't blow.
This attorney's been in other stuff as well. This guy who plays the attorney.
He was in Nico.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah. It's his second film this month, as well as Fred Williamson's.
Nice.
Only you're gonna go up for a long, long time.
Fred's the only man who could pull off that peach jacket and get away with it as well.
Yeah, I'd look a dick.
Both of us would look like utter penises if we wore that jacket. Fred, on the other hand, looks like a
We're
smooth
walking down New York in a few weeks' time. Is that a peach jacket? We've both got one.
Yeah.
How cool do we look? Take them off.
I don't even know that I could pull off that purple shirt Saxon's wearing.
No.
I love that Fred's answer in this movie, or rather Detective Frank Hooks' movie, is just to fucking kill this guy. Please be aware that it takes both Saxon and Shaft to get Fred off someone.
No, I get it, because later on they keep saying about how he punched him. He didn't punch him, did he? Or did he say push him?
He grabbed him by the collar, that's all he did. But it is definitely like a movie of two halves. I mean, I read a comment somewhere online where someone was like, well, I don't understand it. Roundtree disappears halfway through. I think the first half is sort of this police procedural thing, and then once Fred goes alone, he goes it alone. And it was probably a way to keep the budget down, was to say, Roundtree, can you show up for like the first few days? But then I don't need you for like the whole movie.
Yeah, I was wondering where Roundtree went to.
Well, because Stack Pierce kind of... there's only two other scenes which require like him to have a cop buddy, and Stack Pierce shows up and is just the guy who pulls up in the car and says everything all right, and then at the very end he's the arresting officer or whatever, Stack Pierce, so he kind of takes Roundtree's place. But Fred knows that if you can get Roundtree and Saxon on your marquee, they don't have to be in the whole movie,
Yeah, that's a proper like B-movie thing to do as well, isn't it?
But I think it works in this movie because the plot definitely goes off at a certain point into another thing.
Yeah. I love that.
Right. Him and his faggot lawyer can kiss my ass.
Fred Williams is the only guy who could still get away with using that line. Everybody else would be like, you can't say faggot.
Yeah.
I'll call him a faggot if I want to.
He's the only one who can pull off those pants. Look at that. He's also the only guy... Look, she's got a collection of shells.
Yeah.
in Chicago.
This is just a booty call.
She's known as the old shell lady.
Change the place.
Fred is...
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Sure, saw her in a nightclub. You'd think she'd live there. It'd be easier on the rent.
I would.
Can I fix your drink?
But, yeah, no, this is like only after having an argument with his boss does Fred feel like going round and nabbing himself some...
Pussy.
Yes.
And she likes the pussy.
She can't resist, even though, like, they were previously together and they haven't been together for a while. She can't resist him. He shows up and he's just all over her.
What he had it coming.
You take it all too personally.
But he's true to her in this movie. He says, "I want to be with you, and I want to stick with you this time," and he does.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He is. And she's a woman.
Anytime you get horny, you come over here to get laid.
This time is different.
That blouse is incredible, isn't it? You
Yeah.
just can't buy quality like that. I feel like this movie, we're just going to talk about the clothes because you can't, like, there's nothing else to pick a hole in it because it's just so good and fun and the lines are great and everything.
I like the fact that he's like, Fred Williamson's so cool that he only has to button up 2 buttons on his shirt.
This just Nicholas, he's
I
on.
love that, like, that damn cat.
Oh, I know.
I hope it fucking dies by the end of the movie.
Watch out for your shells. I don't want to knock them off the wall. Look at that wallpaper as well.
Has that got shells on it as well?
No, it's just a wallpaper depicting the, I don't know, pastoral sky or something.
Bad man over there. Let's be a little patient.
Fred throwing in a little bit of humour here into the movie, which I like. Plus a little bit of marketing.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Fred Williamson for Budweiser.
And she hands him the beer. She makes sure that the whole can. Would you like one of these Budweisers, Mr. Williamson?
It's not quite that obvious. See, I don't, as long as they don't talk about it, I don't mind. My attitude to product placement is, if in reality I would go to the fridge and get a can of Coke out and drink the can of Coke, or if in reality you would go to the fridge and get a Budweiser out and drink a can of Budweiser, I have no problem with that. It's just if she actually said the line, "Would you like a Budweiser, Frank?" then I would have a problem with it. Because no one says that in real life. They say, "Do you want a beer?"
With John Saxon's pants.
I told you he took a degree in at the University of 70s pleated pants. Earlier, the line down the front of his pants was so fiercely ironed he could cut a man's neck in two.
I like this guy.
Oh, Cheech.
Cheech.
Yeah, he's the furthest man away from being Cheech ever.
Look at that. He's back on the street again.
He has nothing in his makeup that would make you think of the name Cheech. Because he's just an enormous African-American gentleman.
Yeah, they should have just called him Fats.
Yeah, or Bubba or something. Like Fred was telling us when he went back to Indiana to help his mum out. He had a friend called Bubba. I love that Fred was like, "Cheech, you have to run." I love that.
Do I have to run? Oh yeah, you have to run.
James Spinks plays this character. Look at him run. He's got better run than Seagal.
That is Seagal. Oh, you cut me on my day off, Fred.
That's who Seagal would like to be. Seagal wishes he was that thin.
Okay.
That's a waste of good coke.
What I thought would have been really funny is if as he did that, 15 bums ran in from the side of the shop, started licking it up off the pavement.
Of coke.
This guy's throwing cocaine away here. They'll just show up. I love that shot as well, right close up on Cheech's face, and then Fred lights his cigar. It's like intimidation by tobacco product.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I also like how part of Cheech's abdomen is resting on the table.
10 mil.
10 mil? Where'd they get that much shit?
Bigger than me. That's big.
And how you thought that you'd seen enough of Cheech in just a short sleeve shirt, and then later on in the movie he's in a vest.
See, That's Fred Williamson. He knows what sex sells.
Sex sells. And if anything screams sex, it's James Cheech Spinks. I actually really like James. I actually was surprised. I mean, I don't know James Spinks. Maybe he's got like a long history of character acting. I don't know. He was, before this, he was most famous in Car Wash, where he played a character called Hippo.
That's cool.
He's a technician in Omen 2. He's in Dr. Detroit.
Doctor.
And after this, he was in The Messenger, again, with...
Fred Williamson. That trailer's awesome. It's a fucking grenade.
And he was in Mo Money and Straight Talk in the early 90s.
He could have played the copper in Die Hard.
He could have done.
But Reginald P.
Yeah.
Was he?
Reg.
Reg.
Shit. Hey, bro, this is Ding Me Special. Another thing. My man Cheech called me. Told you not to worry. So.
Dingby Special.
Supposed to come meet him.
Yeah.
When I go to Chicago, I want to look up Dingbies and have a Dingby Special.
That's a bit of product placement, is it? Or do you think it's...
I don't know. I could look it up right now if you like.
Go on, then.
Dingby Chicago. No.
Oh. Yeah, Car Wash, bet cheeky there.
No, I don't know where that is then. I'll have to look it up.
So he was only using that pimpmobile for his undercover work, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Look, there he is.
Oh, sexy.
Seagal took a look at that and he was like, I'm having some of that action.
Stuff is being delivered tonight. You sure of this? Hey, man, I wouldn't shit you straight up.
But his man Cheech comes through for him.
Need some backup. Car 14, Detective Davis.
He's got a big ass as well.
Drug stick.
Don't want to lose that.
No.
Baby got back.
Got some moody saxophone.
Yeah, I was going to send you a tweet earlier saying every 70s and 80s action film, the saxophonists were so in demand, weren't they?
They were, yeah. I mean, now if you're a saxophonist, you can't catch a break. Back then, you were creaming ladies out of your pubic hair every evening, I would imagine.
Well, I would have just hired one just for the sex that evening. Right, I'm going to go and have sex with her in the other room. You sitting here with this saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
By the fact that John Saxon is apparently playing a drunk in this scenario.
Now, that guy in the back seat, he's been in other stuff as well, right?
Yeah, here he is.
There he is.
I'm here.
Hobo Saxon. It's the only time he's got proper pants on.
I've almost run out of apple juice, though.
Well, don't get too drunk.
Shit, I wish I was.
Like it sort of shows a camaraderie between them all as well.
I loved this dialogue. I thought it was awesome.
Very funny, Kowalski. Very funny. You know, next time I'm going to sit in the
Yeah, the guy playing Kowalski, he was in Lustig's movies, I think.
All these actors show up somewhere. They're great.
Shit.
They're the unsung heroes of action movies.
Yeah, they are indeed. Yeah, no, Kowalski is not listed. Oh, yeah, he is. Ron Dean. There he is. He was in The Dark Knight.
Listen, I'm going to change.
There you go.
Fugitive, The Breakfast Club, Cocktail.
That's a pretty damn good list of movies.
He was in Wild Things 2.
He was in Wild Things as well. He played one of Denise Richards' boobs.
He did, his head did. He was in Chain Reaction.
Oh, with Keanu and Morgan Freeman.
If I tell you that he's played a cop in practically almost every movie he's ever been in.
Well, Richard Roundtree's typecast as a police captain now.
Yeah, a cop, a sports coach, or a low-level hood is what this guy plays. But man, if you've got the look, you can be in some movies. He was in Above the Law as well. He was Detective Lukic in Above the Law.
See? Classic cast.
Of course, that was a few years after this one.
You joined because you want to get away from your ugly old lady.
Hey, how'd you like my fist to join you?
Look, funny, John Saxon goes, who the fuck is this? And when she ran, she's like, I don't know, we just got in the car last night.
Right.
He's also in The Toughest Man in the World, starring Mr. T.
He's not though, is he? He couldn't beat up Fred Williamson.
Mr. T?
Yeah.
No.
Nice. Got the cars in this also. I'm not a big car pit person, but
They are. They're those
I
proper
do.
big American boat things.
What the hell they waiting for?
that would float across a lake.
Yeah, could be a Lincoln, I guess.
Shit mobiles though, they're huge, aren't they?
Yeah, and they don't work. They don't even get signal, even that big. He's new on the job.
Yeah.
You can tell he's nervous.
He took over from huge. He's got to grow into the role. So he's got a comb over as well.
Yeah, but when you're in a movie with Saxon, you're overshadowed.
You're overshadowed by it. He could comb over you.
What I like is that Saxon's drinking that apple juice, even though at this point he doesn't really need to, because no one's paying attention to him. But he's just drinking it anyway.
It's probably apple ties. I like apple ties. I'd be drinking that as well.
What I don't get is surely you'd be drinking the alcohol to like have the smell rather than necessarily to be all drunk.
He's probably pissed himself.
Yeah. Apple piss.
Yeah.
In fact, hasn't John Saxon brought out a brand of apple drink called Apple Piss?
Yeah.
John
He's
Saxon's Apple Piss.
Yeah.
Coming up, we got some awesome action.
When the action comes in this movie, it flows. It's got so much action in it.
It's really good.
And
isn't
it's violent as well.
Do you think that Saxon got his hobo hat from the same outlet that Fred got his pimp's hat? Do you suppose like the police department have an undercover costume shop they go to?
Yeah, I think it's a gay man named Gerald who comes in.
Or Quentin?
Yeah. I've got some hats for you. I've got a pimp hat for Fred. I've got a drunk old piss hat for Mr. Saxon. And this won't affect the comb over.
Saxon's like, we've got any pleated pants? I want pleated pants.
Saxon's like, I don't even have a comb over. Really? Really, John? Really?
There's a guy, I don't know why, but I've never seen this before in my life, but there's a guy who works in the local post office to me, and he doesn't have a comb over. He's like clearly bald, but he does that spray hair, but he does it with a pencil thin, like he doesn't just spray it, like he has an actual like proper defined line drawn right across his baldness, and then he sprays all behind the line, so it's completely perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just he's basically spray painted his head grey. Like, he's bald. You look at him and you're like, that's not hair. But yeah, it's completely mental.
I tell you, Christian Bale's came over in American Hustle was pretty damn good as well.
I don't think it came close to Saxon's.
No. But it's a good one.
Yeah, I didn't understand the way he like glued those pubes to it, and then like I didn't quite understand.
I think it's to give it some weight.
some heft.
Yeah.
Williamson just leapt up over a car.
Because he wanted to. Because he can.
Because yeah, Williamson's like, what's going to make this more exciting if I leap up onto a car? And then he said to Jay in the sound booth, go on, rack up the saxophones.
This guy don't even know he's being filmed.
This guy like, do you suppose Fred ran out in front of this guy? This guy was like, what's he doing? Crazy guy running everywhere.
Hey, you the hammer. You the hammer.
Have I been drinking? What are all these people running for?
I was pissed on apple juice last night.
I took too much apple juice. I took it as a colonic. In my ass. Get you drunk quicker if you put it in your ass.
A lot of running. Fred Williamson does a lot of running in all of his films.
He does. Not quite as much as Cheech. But when you watch Fred run, it's a thing of poetry in motion. It's not like Seagal. When you watch him run, you feel seasick.
Yeah, you wonder how he does it.
I wonder how like Seagal doesn't take off. Did he just like slap the back of that car?
I think so, yeah.
I think he just slapped the back of that car. He's like, hammer, seal of approval, bang. Your car's been touched by the hammer. You can now sell it for $1 million. This guy hasn't thought to like stop running at any point and hide.
No. He's a fucking idiot. I'd hide in the boot.
Yeah, so would I. I wouldn't fire at Fred, it just gives him the opportunity to kill you in the face. You noticed how criminals can only hit walls?
Yeah, the fucking crap shot. And don't forget though, this guy is like the main boss, so he's probably never fired a gun before, and he's going up against the hammer.
He's like, where's Slim and Huge?
Yeah.
Do you suppose he has other people back at the depot? Like, he's got Slim and Huge, who he takes out all the time, but then do you think he's got, like, you know, Fatty and Midget? And
Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't really want to take out Fatty and Midget. They're fucking useless.
fucking useless henchmen. The only good henchmen are Slim and Huge. Fatty and Midget are no good at all. And as for Sleepy and Dozy, well, they do nothing.
And Skinny, God, look at him.
Just had a call for a backup.
Pinky, I don't like him. He's questionable. He's always dancing around in a tutu and slapping men's behinds.
Can I come? No, Shaggy, you're not coming out with me.
Weirdly enough, he hangs around basketball showers.
So the money is in the boot.
Saxon has kept his hobo hat on.
Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget, if he takes that off now, he'll have hat hair, and I wouldn't think that Saxon wants you to see his hat hair.
I would imagine it would help Saxon because it would pin the hair down to his head with sweat.
Yeah, but what if the sweat's made the hair stick to the hat now, and he takes it off, and he's like, Fred's like, you're bold?
What do you mean? Million they were going to buy the stuff with. Not here.
Roundtree just can't understand why the narcotics department, are chasing down bakers dealing in crappy sugar.
Did they ever find the money?
No, it's the ironic ending. Remember?
Yeah, but you saw him put it in the boot. So some little street urchin's going to find that. He's going to be like, I wonder what is it? There's a bag in here.
Well, I couldn't work out whether the end... I think the ending is meant to be ironic. The ending is meant to be that they blow up the little kids who could use the money the most, blow up the car where all the money is. I think that's the ending. Otherwise, if it was... Because the only other ending could be that the little kids found it and then blew up the car, but if they found it, I would imagine Fred would show us them finding it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not a film about money, it's about personal revenge at the end.
Yeah, no, I think the ending is meant to say, you know what, like, these people could use it the most, and by playing with fireworks, which is something you shouldn't do, they've destroyed their chances of being happy, or something like that, I don't know.
Fucking idiot.
It's children for you, man, children. They can't be upheld to the same standard as we are.
Nah, I'd go fucking mad if my daughters blew up a car with $1 million worth in the boot.
Yeah. But you wouldn't know they were in the boot, though. No one's opening the boot to a rusty old car.
I do all the time. Because you know what? You never know.
You never know. This song might as well, the lyrics to this song might as well have been like, I want Fred Williamson, but Fred Williamson is a man alone. And I want to have sex with Fred Williamson, but he has a gun and is a cop and is a man alone. Like, that might as well have been the lyrics. Because the whole...
Last night he was inside me.
And today he's at the bar. He's gonna walk out of this nightclub because he doesn't like this song so far. But no, it's all about how, like, I want a man who's strong and I've got a man who's, like, intelligent and all this sort of stuff. It's basically about Fred, the whole song.
Fred sitting there going, I wonder who the fuck she's singing about.
I wonder who this guy is she's singing about. Whoever he is, he's gonna get a knuckle sandwich. Fred, it's you. Oh, okay then.
I thought she was talking about Saxon's hair. I like the guy behind her on the piano.
Playing the keyboard, he's great. He's like, thank God it's the 80s and I don't have to have soul anymore. Otherwise, I'd never get hired. He's only got hired because it's now the 80s. If it was the 70s, there's no way, because he has no...
he's fucked.
He has no funk or soul, but now that it's the 80s and he's playing this kind of stuff. Inspirational stuff.
Assert yourself, 'cause you're my man. Tell me
Fred can't leave because he loves her that much.
Yeah, this is the point where he really falls in love with her.
He does.
And we, as an audience, fall in love with them.
We do.
As a couple, we don't want them to break up. We've always gone,
Yeah.
fuck that, I don't want any.
Wouldn't you
I
feel
don't want
really
Eric.
intimidated as the white guy with the Jufro playing the keyboards next to the blackest man in show business? Look at that dude there with the glasses and the high collar and the tie. Like, he is a smooth operator, and then you've got like nerdy McNerdsville, the white guy stood next to him.
He probably handles the money side of things with the taxes and that for their little duo.
The white guy playing the keyboard, who's literally playing 5 notes, is just going A C D F G B. Don't look back. A C D. Don't look back. Don't look around. A C D F G.
Just started coming out of the apartments now. Somebody had picked up that dough. We would have seen him.
All we found was the dope. I mean, we turned the place upside down. We didn't find any money.
I see you've taken your hat off.
Buck's worth of scared.
Hey, Captain, I was thinking you should probably grow your hair like mine. I'm old Saxon. I wish I could grow a full head of hair like you. See, that's the thing.
Some people are bald and some people have hair.
Took it with him.
I spend a lot of money on glue.
Have anything on him when I shot him, man. One of the 2 cops that picked up the call confirmed that.
Now Fred wears that jacket in more movies than this one. That's a painted Fred jacket, that green and suede thing.
The hallway.
Whereas Saxon stole that jacket out of the tramp costume shop. You still wearing the hobo jacket?
It's kind of comfy, Fred. It's a nice jacket that Fred's got. Fred always wears a good jacket.
Yeah, the suede.
Okay. Like Marv from Sin City. That's a hell of a jacket.
Yep.
You don't believe me? Tough shit. I'm not going to file my report until tomorrow night.
In fact, the chief is so follically challenged against these 3. He doesn't have Saxon's comb over, and he hasn't got Williamson or Roundtree's facial hair. He will only ever be undermined by these lot.
He's got a proper egghead as well, hasn't he? Oh, no.
Oh, I've just had a union follow me.
Ooh.
Here he is, Mr. Wint.
I'll tell him you're here.
Crispin's daddy.
You thought he'd been blown up by Sean Connery, but oh no, here he is. Yeah, I've just been followed by the International Association of Internet Broadcasters. They call themselves a voluntary trade organisation representing the interests of internet broadcasters. But that's a union, right?
Yeah.
Follow me, gentlemen. Come on.
Apparently I'm an internet broadcaster now.
Very nice.
I wonder if they do a newsletter. The only way I would join a union like that is if it was headed up by Robert Loggia.
Hi, I'm Robert Loggia.
Like in Armed and Dangerous, the John Candy movie, where he clearly plays the mafioso head of a union. Here he is, Spinell.
Is there ever been a bloke with that it exudes more oil than this man?
The thing about Spinell, though, right?
Great actor.
He's an incredible actor. Like, he is cool. Like, everything about Spinell is cool, even though he is, you know, not a looker.
He's definitely not a looker.
But he exudes cool. Everything about him, just the way
he's very cool.
The way he holds his drink, the way he holds his hand, the woman he's with. She must really hate being a gangster's mall. Pretty thing like her, she could probably be doing much better down the mall posing for, I don't know, a fruit truck or something. Would you like to buy some grapes? Grapes on sale today. I don't know, being down the perfume counter, being a hand model or something. I don't know. Or
Working
by
in
the
beach.
docks, giving hand jobs to sailors. I mean, anything's got to be preferable.
There's a lot of money in that. I used to do it a bit.
Look at him. Oh, I'm going to touch you now. He's stroking a little Shih Tzu. I don't know if that's a Shih Tzu. I don't know what it is. It looked like a fucking rat with a bow on it. I hate fucking dogs like that.
It is a rat.
Little stupid fucking twatty dogs. Have a proper fucking... If you're going to have a dog, have a dog. Don't have a dog in the city. Have a dog in the countryside. Fuck dogs in the city.
Yeah, you don't want a dog in the city.
This guy's awesome as well.
He exudes cool. I like his bow tie.
Anyone in a bow tie. Anyone in the bow tie I'll give the time of day to back then. Now, people in bow ties...
I've never wore a bow tie.
I've worn bow ties at, like, you know, weddings and events and things. Oh, being a drummer back then must have been cool as well. These rhythms and stuff.
Yeah, you did.
Only Fred could get away with a tiny little drink like that.
What kind of drink do you want? Just give me a thimble of sugar.
Give me the smallest, 20s drink you have.
Well, I just needed some strokes.
I'm gonna make this thing cool.
I don't know whether to be flattered or suspicious. Must be awfully serious if you need strokes. It's not it, actually.
I hope that this... Sorry, dude, go ahead.
I was going to say, they've got like a really nice relationship. She's like his conscience in the film.
Oh, no, it's a great relationship. I'm really glad nothing comes between them. Look at this bass player. Look at him. He's not so much playing it as fingering it like it's a vagina.
There he goes. There's a no smoking policy in that building, but they always let him smoke big cigars.
There's a no smoking policy now almost everywhere, but Williamson is allowed to just walk over. If you look on any no smoking sign anywhere in the world, this is absolutely true, with a magnifying glass in the bottom right-hand corner, it just says except for Fred Williamson in really small writing.
Yeah, it's hammer time.
It's universal. It's universal. And Jay Chataway can only do movies for which there are long, ponderous flashbacks.
Yeah, I do like a long flashback.
Yeah. This one's okay, actually, but you know how, like, in Maniac Cop, every movie there's, like, 3 or 4 flashbacks?
Yeah, in Silent Night Part, Deadly Night Part 2, the flashback is called a movie.
Yeah, the whole movie is a flashback. But Jay Chataway just loves scoring flashback montages.
Yeah, they interviewed him for it and he went, I consider myself a specialist flashback musical composer.
Fred was like, now there isn't a flashback in this one, Jay, will you do it? No. You put in a flashback and I'm your man, but without a flashback, I won't do it.
And see, I've got to say that, Fred, because if I don't do it, I'm not being true to myself.
As an artist.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is Fred's flashback shows us everything except him putting the money in the trunk, which obviously Fred didn't see.
Yeah, because obviously he didn't see that, did he? So he's like thinking, well,
so
I've got a bag on him anyway.
Why at no
and
point...
he falls over like a girl.
And he falls over like a twat. At no point, though, does Fred or any of the other police people check that car that is right there. Tash!
That's what I should just say. The film should just stop and underneath it a big subtitle saying Tash.
Either that or the screen cracks And Fred goes, "Oh my God, I've broken the camera with my tash."
That's right. If he didn't have to shave it, it'd be like Tash by Williamson.
Tash by the hammer. It's hammer time, baby. Some crack addicts.
Another crack addict.
Yeah, we love
Easy.
it. We love a good crack addict in a movie. There he is, another tweaker. Look, meth addict over there. Got any crack? No, I only do meth. I don't want you then. Fuck off. You got any crack? No, I do meth. Fuck you and your meth people. I want crack. They're very discerning crack users.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's got to be crack or nothing else.
I mean, for a crack addict to look down on somebody, they always do look down on a meth addict. Though.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, Fred looks in the car but doesn't think, the boot.
Hey, you. Did you just see something? Don't run away from me.
Don't run away, I'll shoot you in the back.
Just look in the boot. Look in the boot.
I feel like he's going to, and then Saxon comes along with his pleated pants.
Bet we're both here for the same.
I feel like Fred would have looked in the boot if it wasn't for Saxon showing up.
Money.
Which kind of makes you think, I was thinking, did Saxon come and take it?
Thinks maybe Goldie had it, you just didn't see him.
You're not going to find it because it's under my comb. I hid it under there.
Find anything?
You're not going to find it. I've stapled it to the inside of my hobo costume.
I've met John Saxon.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah.
Was he nice?
I'll try anything.
Yeah, I
Did
didn't
he-
speak to him for long. I just
Did you
sort of-
treat my boy Dog Action well? That's what I want to know.
Raw deal, and if there's anything I can do.
When did you meet him?
Okay?
He was at a convention
Nice.
in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah. He was next on the next table to William Forsythe.
What was it? A baddies corner?
Yeah.
80s action baddies corner.
Yeah.
That's a nice robe she's got. That.
Yeah, I like that. I've got one like that myself.
It's like a boxing robe.
How'd they know where you were?
Basically, all he ever does is he just wants to bone her. She's just like, have I got time to finish the money? He's like, oh, hurry up.
He said the best thing about this line is he tells the chief, he's like, it'll be 4 hours. And then she goes, do I even have time to eat? They've got half a grapefruit or melon or whatever that is, right? She's like, do I have time to eat? He's like, yeah, but be quick. I'm like, so even if she takes like 10 minutes to eat, that's still 3 hours, 50 minutes, Fred. Really?
Yeah, and he's got to get there, which will probably take about 2 minutes. How long does it take Fred Williamson to come? He's such a man.
I don't know. But she is probably... I'm surprised she can even stand on stage at the end of the night if he's given her 3 hours of Williamson loving.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd go, how long are you going to be? I'd go, 5 minutes. What are you going to do in that time? I'm going to eat half a melon, have sex, and I'm going to drive over to the police station. I might also have time for a coffee.
Well, I also have time to stop off at the hardware store and buy those roofing tiles I've been having a look at. Earlier when I was having sex for all of 20 seconds, I couldn't stop thinking about the roofing tiles, and now I
20
must have them
seconds?
changed.
That's 3 shags.
It's not the way you like, if it was me, it would be 5 minutes.
Suspending you from duty.
If it was Lauter, it would be 5 minutes. You can't imagine he'd go much. He's got like the disadvantage. He's like Lauter is like the antithesis of Williamson. He has no mustache, no hair, is the wrong colour.
Yeah, he's just basically a police captain, isn't he?
He's like the anti-Williamson, the anti-Hammer.
How could you know how I feel? You all think I'm guilty anyway.
That's not true.
Bullshit.
I love this guy from the IA. He's great. I'm just a guy in a suit. I don't really have a life.
Oh, he died last year as well, Ed Lauter did.
Ed Lauter died last year?
Yeah, it's a shame. We could have had him on the show.
He was Edward Matthew Lauter II.
Frank.
Yeah?
Frank, it's procedure.
Could have said to him, will you shit in bed?
We had a conversation once on our show about you not being very good. He's in 4 more movies that are coming out this year.
So that.
But he's dead.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that is weird. One of them is still filming. How's that possible? Here he is. Cheech is back.
Horrible what happens to Cheech.
It is. He gets fucking barbecue sauce all over him. I like to think that Fred didn't give him any money. Fred just paid him in that hat. Cheech was like, I was eyeing that hat that Saxon had earlier when he was playing a hobo, and I was just wondering, could you get me something like that? Fred's like, yeah.
So I'll get your hat. I'll get your hat. You'll never have to worry about work again. You'll always get hired with a hat like that.
I like Cheech. You see, that's what I like about it as well. He's a real character, and I wish he didn't have to go.
Yeah, it is a shame. A couple of evil bastards, though, aren't there?
Glover always plays an evil bastard. Has he been in anything else? I didn't realise he'd even been in anything else apart from...
Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah.
No, he's been in a few things.
Lauter's had a long old career, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had a really good career. Bruce Glover, Chinatown. He's got a scam ahead coming up. Yeah, he's working constantly, really, Bruce Glover. He was in Double Vision.
He plays Mangiafuku in Summer's Babes.
He's in an episode of The A-Team.
Everyone was in an episode of The A-Team. For those keeping count, I'm on my second Cadbury Screaming.
Battlestar Galactica.
I'm tonguing it like Fred tongues nightclub owners.
He's in The Street Fighter, Hard Times, Chinatown, Walking Tall, Black Gun.
It's hilarious. In IMDb, I just saw, they have like user lists on the right hand side. There's a user list. My favourite actors, a list of 1,500 people. It's like,
yeah, don't narrow it down, will you?
No. My favourite actors, every actor.
Both of your legs. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Just one
I
thing
hope it's
before you
a pretty big fucking truck.
I've got to
Better be
know
like a Bigfoot truck,
name,
because he's got quite big legs.
information.
Is there any more
Still kill you.
actor who looks more like his dad than Crispin Glover looks like his father?
Cop's name was Frank Hooks. Caught me dirty. He said if I
Besides, obviously, Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas.
Right. Who are the same person.
ain't like
Yeah, Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen.
have any choice.
I think most sons look like their dads in some way or other.
Well,
It's a genetic thing, I think.
It's weird, I look a lot more like my uncle.
Well, don't say anything. You never know. Don't you work for your uncle? Maybe that's why he's so nice to you.
I work for my dad as well, you see. It's
Oh, you
funny
do?
business,
Oh,
so, yeah.
I might change my mind.
That's not fair, making Cheech run again.
No.
Especially over that rough terrain.
Should have run faster.
What you doing? You said you was gonna let me go. Come on. Wait, hold on. Come on, man, don't do that.
Come on, Cheech, get up. You can do it. Come on, lad. Come on, get up. Get up. You don't want to... Oh, no, Cheech, come on. He's walking really slowly, Cheech. Come on, you could at least crawl round the back of that truck and try and arm you with
Kick
something.
him.
Well, I don't know, sit on him or something. If I was Cheech, I would have run at them with my weight and just fallen on them.
I don't feel like it. Why don't you just walk the dog, okay? Yes, sir.
I don't believe Joe Spinell's ever had a karate lesson. I think he says that every time. It's time for your karate lesson. Now walk the dog again.
From Washington and a cop. The cop who blew away mother. And
Okay, so you're paying me to give you karate lessons, and this is the 15th time I've walked your dog. Walk the damn dog.
That dog knows better kung fu than fucking Joe Spinell.
While Joe's having this conversation in the background, there's a tiny dog going...
sure about this? Isn't that interesting? Well, if Hooks has it...
Glover and Spinell play perfect bad guys.
Maybe he won't want to give it to us.
Well, then, my dear Coswell, we'll just have to persuade him.
Well, then, my dear thing, we will just have to persuade him.
Jesus. Move out, coming through, move out. We got the call.
Yeah, it's a body.
What happened?
Somebody messed him up real bad. Whoever did it really enjoyed their work. Just cut off his pecker and stuffed it in his mouth.
Oh, can you imagine having to be the guy who sawed off Cheech's pecker?
Imagine trying to find it.
You'd have to lift up the rolls, and then you'd have to have a good old reach around and try and fiddle and find it and cut it off. I would say to Bruce, I'd say, look, is it really necessary? He's dead.
Yeah. Bruce would probably have to hold it while he cut it, wouldn't he? He's like, can you hurry up? This is really heavy, his stomach.
It's a two-person job.
I'm sawing as fast as I can.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Can't we just put a black pudding in there instead? Pretend it's his cock.
Look at the beard on that guy. Look at the beard on that nightclub bouncer. Look at that.
It's Mo.
It is Mo. And then who's this?
This band, I have no idea who this band is, but they are smooth motherfuckers.
I think that's the name of the band. But it's spelt Smooth Mother Funsters, I think. Or Smooth Mother Fudgers.
Phone call for you, Frank.
What I like is that the band are so cool, but this guy behind the bar is like the least cool person on the planet.
Hello, Super Cop.
You've got pubic hair and a shitty beard. And here he is. Glover is in what looks like a juice bar to me.
Don't be stupid.
He's obviously a health-conscious henchman.
Oh, yes.
We'll be in touch soon.
Soon. We'll be in touch.
I will be touching you soon.
What now, Cos?
Andrew said that it's a key to a solid marriage is pee.
That's what Fred's going to do now. I'm going to take you back to your place and I'm going to piss all over you.
Because we've just heard online that apparently you have to keep a marriage watered.
Don't get hit by a car. Okay?
His tash is incredible.
It's just... It's Mo again.
It is Mo if Mo left his hair to grow long. Can you imagine? That would be amazing. Mo definitely has to have that hair.
Not running again. Fred.
Fred can run faster than a car. That's factually accurate.
Yeah.
And faster than a bullet.
Yep.
Dive over the... Oh, look at that. Dive over the garbage cans. And see, I just want to do that in a movie. I just want to run down an alleyway and leap over some rubbish.
I don't think it's nothing said action film more to me than a good running scene with a gun. And jumping over a car.
Yeah, anything down an alleyway.
Yeah.
New York, America has good alleyways. I remember when I first went to LA and we were driving down wherever the main road is down to Beverly Hills. And before we got there, we passed loads of what I like to think of as kind of K9 and Beverly Hills Cop type alleyways. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Fred Williamson leaping in slow motion through that wood was amazing.
Oh. Here he comes. Here comes the Saxon. Wax on, Saxon.
Yep, sax on, sax off.
Oh.
No, they've shot him.
It's horrible now.
They've shot him, and what else? Blew him up! Oh my goodness. They just blew up Saxon.
I was sitting there watching this. I was watching this on the iPad, and wife's sitting there and watching TV with the kids, and I went, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was genuinely in shock.
Well, because you see his legs blow off. You see, like, his legs blow off and everything. You see him actually explode.
Who hired you, man?
That's what shocked me. It was, I mean, yes, Saxon dies, but he blows the fuck up. Like,
yeah. They didn't just kill him. There's nothing to identify him.
Except his comb over.
I bet his comb over's still lying on the ground, just smouldering a bit.
It's just on top of the car, just wafting slowly in the breeze.
Yeah.
Fred's going to take it home and put it in the cabinet next to the shells.
The ambulance turns up. We can save the comb over!
I want it. I'm taking it home and putting it on the shelves.
Next scene, you see Ed Lauder sitting in there going, I got his comb over. You've got a hat.
Ed Lauder's wearing it.
That's just his fucking leg, though, isn't it?
I love
his
this.
Arm.
Look at Fred. Look at the determination on his face, and then he just shoots the other guy. Doesn't even look. Just cocks his gun. Doesn't even look.
You missed.
Fred is an angry motherfucker at that point.
See, that's how cool he is. He does that knowing that he'll shoot the guy. I'd do that. I'd probably shoot myself in the foot.
Yeah, shoot my toe off. Yeah, this is a different car again, isn't it?
Yep. I think he had the Pimpmobile just for the undercover work.
Base? Yes? This is Detective Hooks.
I love it. He's not even on the force anymore, and there's some little chippy he's got working for him down at Dispatch.
Yeah.
And he's probably been inside her several times.
Do you think, right, his name is Frank Hooks?
Yeah.
Do you think in Police Academy, do you think Hooks is his dim sister?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, she could be. The little one that's really like quiet, but then...
Don't move, go back.
All right, try Jumbo.
Jumbo?
Yeah, Jumbo.
We have a Jumbo Allen.
Yeah.
Try Jumbo. We don't have Jumbo. Try Balimblum. No, we don't have that. Try Flibbler Wibbly Wibbly. We don't have that. Try Clam Face. No. Try Popper Shorts. What? Try Bingo Little. No.
I have to do that. All right,
try Pippi Spatch Trousers.
Have you got Blancmange Face staying at the hotel? No.
Have you got Gimpton Tongue Man? No.
Derek Trifle Dick? No.
What about Chocolocka Bockalocka? What about Cat Chocula? Have you got Cat Chocula? What about Paddington Bear? Paddington Bear.
Yeah, he's here. Oh, put me through to him. Doing you.
Rusty Wagon Tits. Rusty Wagon Tits.
Rusty Wagon Tits. I like that.
Smoked hickory cockface. I wish earlier in life I'd come up with like a cool nickname, and then stuck with it.
Yeah. Have you got no nicknames?
Well, I go by Crossy with some of my friends who have known me since I was like in childhood.
Yeah.
Because back in junior school we called each other by our last names and people just called me Crossy.
Yeah, we were so fucking lazy in England, weren't we? In junior schools. It was just a case of, what's your surname? Smith. I'd just stick a Y at the end of that. Smithy.
Yeah. Couldn't do that with you, though.
Yeah, Croson.
Wouldn't work.
Who the fuck is Jumbo? We don't know no goddamn Jumbo.
Where's Jumbo? Who the fuck is Jumbo? What about Spatch? What about
Smithy here?
What about Spatch Dinkum? Is Spatch Dinkum? I don't know no Spatch Dinkum. What about Poppycock and Knockalocka? No. I love that he throws cards at him. Well, that's going to hurt. If one of them caught his eye, it would really smart.
Yeah.
For a second.
I ain't lying. He ain't here.
What about Gappy?
Yeah, you're Gappy Tooth. Gappy Tooth motherfucker. That's your name.
Gappy, Jumbo, and Spatchcock. What about Welsh Rabbit? Welsh Rabbit, is he there? There ain't no Welsh Rabbit.
No Welsh Rabbit. He's at home looking after his sick mother.
His sick mother, is he here? Oh, I just told you, Welsh Rabbit's looking after him. He's one sick mother.
Proper karate kick by the Williamson.
Yeah, he trained a long time to be able to kick like that. That's a karate move. The weird thing is when you do that in the dojo, you have to bring in an old Lincoln town car in order to throw people onto it. It requires a lot of props.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to kick you. I'm going to do the old kick you in the car. Bring in the car!
Now, what's incredible is that this bit coming up where the old woman... That's Dirty Mother right there. Sick Mother or whatever it is. Sick Mother, leave me alone! Now,
She
this
actually
bit...
made it onto the poster, didn't she?
Yeah, in Portugal or Spain or wherever that poster, or Mexico, wherever that poster's from, this bit where the woman's screaming at him, that's on the poster. None of the gunfights or anything like that. Just Fred being screamed at by like an old woman who's like... I love the way Fred looks at her as if to say, I could punch you, but I'm not going to because you're an old woman. He looks so dejected that his fight was broken up. He didn't get to fucking kill the guy. There he is, Stack Pierce.
I bet people in Portugal are thinking, is that who Fred Williamson's against his new film?
Yeah. He's like, I can't wait to see Fred Williamson versus Granny Munger.
Right.
Old handbag lady. Hello, Stack Pierce, man we haven't been introduced to before in this movie, who's suddenly integral to the plot.
Yeah. Where's Richard Roundtree?
I ate him. What I like is that Stack Pierce is two nouns.
Yeah.
My God, Frank, what happened?
I got attacked by an old woman.
This isn't from a fight. This is from some old woman hitting me with a handbag. I think she had a brick in it.
What's going on?
I was going to punch her in the teeth, but then I remembered this is a family movie.
This movie's been bankrolled by Disney. No, it's not. Oh, fuck. I'm going to go back and punch her in the face.
I really wish he'd done like a karate kick to her tits or something.
Did it like a Captain Kirk, just quick chop to the neck and she blew.
I love that Captain Kirk does karate chops. It's my favourite thing about it.
I like it when he gets picked up and he does the old put your hands together and just into the kidneys.
Bring him down as hard as possible. His phone number must be going around the underworld like wildfire. What's funny is I don't think that... I think he was living in that pimp car because he hasn't gone home in this whole movie. He just keeps coming back to her house.
He's a man of his job. He's just always out patrolling.
I'm saying he lived in that pimp car, I think.
And why buy a house or an apartment when you've always got a lady's flat or apartment to live at?
Especially when it's about the 15th killed cat.
Yeah, he keeps all his clothes in those shells.
Yeah. Can't believe they killed the cat. That means war.
Joe Spinell's on the phone going, I didn't kill the cat. Fred Williamson ran the cat over. He's like, on Joe Spinell. Joe Spinell's going, I didn't do it. I'm not a monster.
Fred hangs up the phone before she can hear. He's like, Joe Spinell did it. I'm going to go kill him.
He also killed John Saxon, but they're more pissed off about the cat.
Yeah. Smart cop hooks. Look, bring the money in the morning to 150th and Halstead Street.
He sounds a bit Walken-like, doesn't he? I always knew you were a smart cop, Hooks. I knew it.
That is Walken. He's Walken playing Spinell.
Spinell is simply Walken in a rubber suit. There's something about Spinell, though, isn't there? He's just got that look. You know he could probably break your legs.
Into Bruce Glover.
I know Bruce Glover is like a creepy, grinning apparition. He's not real. He's only in
he's a ghost. He's a ghost in the film.
Yeah. You want me to go to my mother's house? No, Dirty Mother's house.
Go to your mother's house. I'm going to have a party in your house.
I'm going to take a shit on your porch. I'm going to break all your shells.
Okay. I never liked... Oh, leather jacket.
Leather jacket.
Don't worry about me, okay? Everything's gonna be fine.
I mean, she's not worried about you.
She's worried about the other cat
There's
she's
not a
got.
chance that you're going to get shot. Bullets bounce at Fred Williamson.
I'd love like a film director to really put Fred's rules to the test, and have him in a movie with like 1 million people trying to kill him, but he has to win the fight and he never dies, and have like 75 women in the movie, and he has to either be with all of them or pick one to be with.
But I love that. You know, in the interview, he says about his rules, and he says, "And I get the girl if I want her."
Yeah, if I want her, right?
You cool fuck off.
Yeah.
Nice that you can be so picky.
Well, he's been happily married many years, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I'd be
In
what
reality?
I'd probably be happy if that woman started hitting me with a bag, the old bag lady.
You feel like this is the most action I've had in years.
Oh, this woman's awful.
Oh, look at her! Look at that! Look at the back fat. I'd love a bit of that.
He's trying to get away.
Come on, man. What is this, a bus? Some stuff, brother. What kind of stuff? Dynamite.
Yeah, it's quite funny. His spouse, Linda, is listed on IMDb as just question mark to present. So they don't know when they got married, and they know that it's currently, they're still married.
Just because I did a little time.
That's nice.
You can't figure you can bust.
But there's photographs of her online that date back to like the early 80s.
Yeah.
So it's at least 30 years they've been married.
You cooperate, man. I'll do the hustle all over your goddamn face.
What is that? What does that mean? I'm going to do the hustle. I couldn't say that to someone. I'm going to do the hustle all over your goddamn face.
I could say it. It doesn't mean that it sound very good, but I could do it.
Yeah.
Machine gun. Jesus Christ. You don't ask for much.
That's bullshit, man. I get it.
Do start a war. Something is downstairs.
The people under the stairs.
But no, he has a black belt in Kempo, Shotokan Karate, and Taekwondo.
Got some of these.
He was one of the judges in the Miss Universe pageant in 1976. Weirdly enough, all the contestants the next year were pregnant.
Yeah. One of them walked over his.
30-round clips. 500-600.
I didn't have sex with you. No, didn't do, boy. I was also there.
I was also the judge. It's the most record amount of pregnancies they've ever had in a Miss Universe pageant. Well, if it's Miss Universe, then Roger Moore would have been there, because there would have been people from all different countries, rather than just the Miss America pageant.
Oh, yeah, he'd have been there. He'd definitely been there, old Roger.
Yeah, it was a bonus year for births in my house. 1977, over 30 little Rogers were born.
That was January.
I love that. What are you going to do, invade Russia?
Quite upbeat music, really, at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice bit of funk now. There's Jumbo.
See, I don't think Jay Chataway was playing that. I think Fred came into the studio and was throwing him against the keyboard.
Yeah.
Meh. Meh. No, Fred, tell me what you want. Meh. I don't like what you're doing. Meh.
Well, I got a score to settle with him. I can't wait to blow his ass up.
Here he is with his Luger. I like the gun that he uses.
Is that a Luger?
That's what the guy says.
No, I thought Luger was like those little German handguns.
That's what I thought. I'm sure he said it's a Luger. Maybe it's a different type of Luger.
It's a Fred Williamson Luger. He's also a perfect shot in this movie as well. He gets them both. There we go. One. It blows up the car. Look at that. I love this bit at the end of the movie.
Yeah. He's just so fucking cool. Imagine Piers Morgan in this role.
You can't. Don't be silly.
You won't buy it, or would you?
No.
You'd hope he'd get his face smashed in. You'd want Bruce Glover to win.
I can imagine him in the Bruce Glover role.
Oh yeah.
Perpetually wears his Super Bowl ring and never takes it off, apparently. Fred Williamson.
That don't surprise me. It's a big thing in America, isn't it? Getting a ring if you win something in sports. Like poker players. No, poker players have the bracelet, don't they?
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know about the Super Bowl ring. Is there a baseball ring as well?
Probably. It's probably like what's in it. There they go. This year we're going to give you all Prince Williams. You know those rings that go through the end of your knob? No, Prince Albert's.
Prince Albert's. It's not a ring, is it? It's like a spike that's driven down through your penis.
Yeah. You're all going to get one of those. Yeah, we're probably not going to do our best to win.
He's just blew a guy with a grenade through a window. Just casually as well. Just tossed it up onto the top floor, blew out the top floor of a warehouse.
That's what you do if you're Fred Williamson. Oh.
Here's Fatty. We finally found Fatty, the other henchman.
Bruce Glover with a magnum.
That's the appropriate noise to make if Fred Williamson has your neck.
Yeah.
You make a noise that sounds like a puppy being raped and strangled at the same time. That's the noise.
Might have been. I'm sorry. That's the great thing about older action stars. You're still scared shitless of him. You're still scared shitless of Fred Williamson. You're still scared shitless of Clint Eastwood.
I would happily be beaten up by Fred Williamson in a movie. I'd happily be beaten up by him. I mean, I'm honestly serious about trying to worm my way somehow into original Gangsters 2 if it gets made.
I think I'd fly over again.
Can you imagine?
Oh, what?
Get beaten up by Fred Williamson and then shot in the face by Pam Grier. That would be amazing. I'd put squibs on my actual face. It would be that worthwhile.
I'd probably say, just shoot me.
Just shoot me for the movie.
You can really kill me in this film if I do it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that, dude. You have a family. I don't have anyone relying on me. I can't even provide for my wife, let alone for anyone else.
Yeah, but imagine what they can. They go to school going, where's your dad? His dad, Fred Williamson, shot him. Well, if you're going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Hawks!
I think that it should be legally required. You know, in high schools, you always see in movies that they always have, like, the president up on the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
I think legally you should have to have Fred Williamson photographed, framed, and hung on the wall of all high schools.
Oh, yeah. And preschool. I like his jump now.
This is amazing. Fatty jumps out the way. Exploding briefcase is gone over to Glover. Look at this.
Fatty roll.
And I thought it was just going to be another explosion. But then look at this. Oh, look at that. That's some scanner shit right there. I mean, Glover just blew. It's like, I'm going to stay down here in the fetal position. I think I'm probably safe down here. I could not believe they blew him up like that. It was like we watched 50-50 for the Diner with Peter Weller and...
that's a great film.
Robert Hayes in it. And at the end of that movie, they shoot like the Chilean drug lord or whoever he is, and he blows up, like explodes, and you totally don't expect it. Now, this movie, they'd already blown up Saxon, so I kind of almost expected it, but even so, like, it was proper gory explosion, wasn't it?
It was very good.
I want that properly freeze-framed and printed up as a poster.
Yeah. In fact, I'd say it's probably better than Scanners.
I'd say it was probably better than everything ever made. Maybe that's what Roundtree looks like if he shaves his mustache.
Yeah.
He suddenly ages 30 years.
Think anybody will notice? We'll just pretend he's had a shave, he's gone undercover. I think we'll notice.
Hey, Frank.
Stack Pierce looks like he's not slept and lived under a heroin addict for several years, whereas Richard Roundtree looks youthful and full of vigour.
He doesn't look like he's aged, really. Richard Roundtree's aged so well. Fred Williamson has. That cop, though, hasn't.
That cop is now a crack addict. This was filmed using the patented green lens that was so favoured by Spielberg at the time.
Yeah, Spielberg came in and directed this little bit.
Just this bit. Just the car pulling out the gate. Nothing else in the scene.
And and Steven Spielberg is done.
Yeah.
Yeah? Who is it?
She looks just happy to be in it. In fact, she looks like she's maybe taken some amphetamines.
Yeah.
What I like is that they haven't noticed that there's a fucking great present.
Stop the car! What is it? Take it easy! Stop the car, goddammit!
I don't think that there was anything written for this scene. I think Spinell improvised all of it.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. They called this guy the Neck. Oh, they killed the dog.
Yeah.
He's like,
I want to know what he's going to do with it.
The Neck wanders off. He goes, I never have to walk that fucking dog again. Yes. He's secretly happy.
No, it's not him. The guy who teaches him karate is out of a fucking job. Just puts the dog in the bin.
What I like is there's a single solitary rubbish bin miles away from the car, and Fred has him go there twice. Because then Fred drives past and throws a grenade at the car, and Spinell's like, quick, get it out. The guy very slowly walks across the road and puts it in the rubbish bin. I thought that was hilarious.
Crazy, goddamn him! Don't worry about a thing.
I love Spinell hides behind the woman just in case the grenade comes off.
The show of a true bastard.
Come down to the car, Gerard. Go. Put it in the bed with you. Put the toast in, okay? Go ahead.
I thought grenades usually go off by now.
Get it out, Gerard. Get out.
I love the way Neck is really called Gerard. Maybe it's Gerard Depardieu. Maybe that's who it is. He holds it like a precious egg or something.
Would you be running for your life or just throw it?
Dude, I thought they were going to blow him up or blow the garbage up, sending dead dog flying everywhere. Because in this movie, who knows? Like in this movie, Gerard could have blown up when he got to the rubbish bin.
What's quite funny is that at phone, he's not connected to anything. He's just got a piece of string going to Spinell's car, and he's what's it in his car.
Fred cracks a grin. He knows he's got him. You're right, though. Look, the back of the car is now open.
You can say it's slightly ajar.
But no, I think it's definitely meant to mean that they blow up the money. It's a very weird ending, though, isn't it?
Especially with the lad from Different Strokes.
You've got this song playing as well. You're the lady of my dreams, oh Lola. Whatever it is. It's a great song, though, this song, isn't it?
I like this song.
This is what the Doc plays when he's about to make sweet love to his woman, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
See, I think this is meant to be that they blow up the money. I think that's what it's meant to be, because otherwise, why have this whole scene?
Yeah.
Lola.
I think it's supposed to show that he doesn't even give a shit about the money. It's not about money, is it?
Right.
He just wants, they've killed his comb-over friend.
This isn't even his house. He's just going to steal it.
Yeah, it's just that. I'm Fred Williamson, and I'm taking your fucking house.
He's just driven up on someone's front lawn in the driveway.
Just gonna go up, open the door, go in, take a shit.
You come home one day, Fred Williamson's just on your toilet taking a dump. Hi, I'm Fred Williamson. I broke into your house, taking a shit.
You'd be well happy, wouldn't you? Oh. I'll probably be straight on Twitter going, you never guess what? Out of all the houses on my streets. And he's gone back to his woman.
Sorry, carry on. You can keep talking, dude. I'm just...
No, I was listening to you sing this wonderful song.
Yeah.
Hell of a good cast, I think.
Yeah, Stack Pierce is simply called New. That's his name, is New.
Am I going to get a good name? No.
Lola.
I wouldn't mind seeing what the song's called. I might see if I can get it on CD.
Well, I can get you a copy of it. I mean, you'll have to put up with the sound of the explosion behind it on the film. But
that's the only way I'd want it.
I can dupe it off the movie if you like.
I gave you the Glow Love by Clyde Otis, performed by Brooks Benton.
Brooks Benton. See, people just aren't called Brooks Benton anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna see if it's on this. What's the bet? Do you think it's on iTunes?
No.
Okay. Just a minute. I bet you'd be going to be gutted if it's the best-selling song on life.
It's only because it's been on iTunes since 1983, even before iTunes. Wouldn't that be beautiful, though?
iTunes was invented so Glow Love could be on it.
Wouldn't it be amazing if
it's on iTunes?
Is it?
It's on iTunes.
Nice. And is it the most highest-selling song of all time on iTunes?
Yeah, I can't even buy it because they're out of stock.
They're out of digital stock of the song because so many people, after I tweeted about Big Score today, went and downloaded it.
I needed someone there. So
glow love.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's it by?
Brooke Benton.
And how did you find it?
I just typed in Glow Love.
Ah. Did you have to scroll down a bit?
No, I just typed in Glow Love and it came up straight away.
No, it's not on here. It must only be on the UK one then, I guess.
Yeah, see?
Oh, fuck, I hate that. I hate that there's two fucking iTunes. Well, there's hundreds of different iTunes, but I hate the fact that, like, some aren't available here.
Yeah, I have to type in, see if how many reviews have we got on iTunes?
Oh, we didn't get any more after I put that up. That's another thing I wanted to say is people need to rate and review us today. Otherwise, we're never doing this again.
I can't even see the UK one. Let's have a look.
I'm looking up Brooke Benton now. I can't believe I can't get Glow Love. What kind of fucking life am I living that I can't get Glow Love? I can buy any other fucking song by Brooke fucking Benton except for Glow Love. They've got 50 different versions of the Boll Weevil song. I'm just scrolling down now to look at G and see if I can find it under G. Endlessly, Fools Rush In, 100 different versions of Fools Rush In, Frankie and Johnny. Oh, whatever. I can't get Glow Love.
That's ridiculous.
In G's, I got Give Me a Sign, Going, Going, Gone, Good Night, My Love, Pleasant Dreams, Got You on My Mind, Hang It Up, and then it goes to the H's. I got no...
What, Brooke Benton?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I could buy Hot Pants, I'm Coming by Bobby Bird, but I can't buy Glow Love by Brooke Benton. And so, yeah, what we want to say is go to our iTunes page, whatever country you're in, and rate and review us. Rate and review us today. Rate and review us. As you hear me say, rate and review us, go do it now. It takes but a second, but it would really, 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 really help the show. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything to do it. Just go do it. Now, if you don't have an iTunes account and you don't want to put in your credit card details, which is required if you want to set up an iTunes account, even if you don't purchase anything, and you don't have an iTunes account, you listen to us some other way, you can also rate and review us on TalkShoe. Go to TalkShoe and type in Dr. Action, hit enter, will pop up. TalkShoe, talk like what I'm doing, shoe like what I wear on my foot, or Spreaker or Stitcher. You can rate and review us any of those places. Go do it today. Only iTunes requires a credit card. If you don't have an iTunes account, go to Spreaker, go to Stitcher, go to TalkShoe, and rate and review us. Do it now, do it now, do it now.
Do it.
It's free, and it's a really nice way to support the show. And I can't believe you haven't done it already. I'm disappointed in you.
It's disgusting.
Oh, glow love, wear your trousers really tight. Oh, glow love, boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Cover my penis in jam. Glow love.
Well, go and get your glow love on, sir.
Yeah, I've got to go get... In fact, I'm going to put glow love on while I get changed to go out. That's what I'm going to do.
You want to wear a nice white suit with a black hat, and you want to go and turn up in that car.
Yeah, and I'm also going to have it so that my white shirt is done down to my belly button.
Yeah.
Even though it's 32 degrees outside, which is 0, basically.
Yeah, but you'll warm up the bar once you're in there.
I will do, yeah. In fact, I've got to see where it is. But, yeah... so I got to go out, dude. But thanks for that, man. That was good. I'll sort that out later tonight, probably, or tomorrow, and put it up.
Excellent, sir. Excellent.
All right.
All right. I shall speak to you soon.
Hi, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Speak to you later. Have a good evening.
Will do, man. Bye now.
There are men, and then there are second unit podcast men. The podcast you've just been listening to is part of the Second Unit Podcast Network. Find all of our shows at 2upn.blogspot.com or on Facebook under the Second Unit Podcast Network. Our fantastic list of shows include Drunk on VHS, We Came from the Basement, No Budget Nightmares, The After Movie Diner, Dr. Action and the Kick-Ass Kid, and Bloodbaths and Boomsticks. Take one podcast into the shower. Don't be a blithering idiot, Alan. We can give you the multiple podcast cleansing system all in one place that your hair deserves. Our programming is available across all platforms from iTunes to Podomatic, TalkShoe to Stitcher, so you have absolutely no excuse. Listen today, and a free naked person of your choice will be shipped from Thailand to your door in a matter of weeks. The Second Unit Podcast Network, bringing you the action and leaving the boring stuff to the other guys. Bloody hell. Who does a girl have to blow around here to get a decent beverage?